Dear students, today we are going to see or we are going to solve rather a few examples on K-map. In last session, we have gone through what is a two variable K-map, what is three variable K-map and four variable K-map. So in this session, we will try to solve the examples. So in last session, I gave you this exercise to solve, which says minimize the following Boolean expressions using suitable K-maps. So you can observe here in first example, there are four variables. So you need to use four variable K-map. Answer is in front of you. But how we derived this answer, we are going to see today. In second example, there are three variables. So we are going to solve this with three variable K-map and answer is given in front of you. The second expression given is in POS form. The first expression given is in SOP form. Right, so we will see one by one. So first let's go for a first example of four variables. So see this example, f pqrs summation in bracket 0 to 5 7 8 10 13 15. Okay, so these are the decimal equivalents of the min terms for which the expression gives you output 1. Right, so this is meaning of SOP. We have studied it earlier. So what we are trying to do today is we are trying to solve it and we are going to write the minimized expression. As you can say, I have drawn 4 by 4 cell or this is a 4 variable K-map, and as you know the position of the min terms are, this is the first position 0, position 0, then okay, this will be our position 0, then position 1, then position of the min term 2, and this is position of the min term 3. So this is how we are going to write the positions. This is position 4, then position of the min term 5, the decimal equivalent 5, then position 6 and 7, like this. This is position 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. This is position 12, 13, then 14 and 15. So this is how we have drawn the positions of the min terms, and let's try to put ones in the given decimal places. So for 0 it gives output 1, so in 0th position we have written 1, then in a second position also position 2 we have written 1, then position 5th we have written 1, 7th we have written 1, similarly 8, 10, 13, 15 we have written 1, and for rest of the places we put 0. Assuming that we don't have here don't care conditions, and the remaining positions we filled with zeros. Right, now the important task is group number of ones together. Right, as you can see here, as I told you already, you cannot group the diagonal number of ones. You can do it for XOR. Okay, so we'll see it later. But time being, assume that we have to group the number of ones in such a way that horizontal and vertical way, and try to group maximum number of ones in one group. Right, so we grouped here the middle four ones to form a huge group of 4, because we cannot group these two because they are far away. We actually group it if we fold the K-map. Okay, so we are going to do it, but we are going to fold the 4 corners of the K-map. Right, so we will see how it works. So before this I will label it to, let's say this is 0 0, as all of you know this is PQRS, so horizontally I am labeling it. So this is 0 0, then 0 1, then 1 1 and 1 0. Again horizontally we will label the rows 0 0, 0 1, 1 1 and 1 0. Right, now we grouped these middle 4 together. You can observe here for these 4 ones columns, this S is not changing. Okay, here R is changing. R is first 0, then it is becoming 1, so we have to ignore this R. Right, and but S is not changing, so S we will keep it as it is. Then vertically again this P is changing, but Q is not changing. Q is constant 1 1. So the expression for the middle 4 is QS or SQ, as you can write, or. Now next we have to group these 4 ones together. We can group these 4 ones together if you fold the K map, and means vertically also you can fold and horizontally also you can fold. So if you fold the K map, this 0 0 term and 1 0 term will come close to each other if you fold it horizontally, and if you vertically fold it, then this RS 0 0 and 1 0 term will come together. Okay? So now you need to compare this. You can observe here S is not changing here, but R is changing. So we are going to ignore R and we are going to look at S, which is in complement form. Since S is 0, we are going to take complement of S. So this becomes S bar. And if vertically you see here, this Q is remaining constant and P is changing from this 0 to 1. So we are not going to take P. We are going to take Q only because it is not changing. Q is 0, here also it is 0. So here we are going to take Q bar. Okay. So F, you can just change the positions of the terms, and you can write it like this. It is QS or Q bar S bar, or Q bar S bar. Uh, okay. So this is the solution. If you observe, the answer is QS or Q bar S bar. This is how we reach to the solution. Right. Now move to the next example. See, now this expression is given in POS form. Now what it means? It means that for these decimal equivalents, this expression is going to give you output 0 and not 1. So we are going to put 0 in the decimal places, corresponding decimal places of the minterms, right? So this is a position of 0, sorry, not minterms, rather max terms. So this is position of 0 max term, this is position of first max term, this is second max term, third max term, then 4. Since we are going to use t variable K-map, we have total 8 max terms from 0 to 7, right? So we are going to put 0 here for 0, then for 3 we are going to put 0, for 6 we are going to put 0, and for 7 we are going to put 0, right? Now what is the next task? Again, next task is to group the number of zeros together. Okay? Now we need to group the number of zeros and not the number of ones. Right? So here, as usual, we will label the columns 0 0, 0 1, 1 1 and 1 0, and here it is 0 1. As you can see, I kept this A or MSB below the dividing line. So horizontally I am going to label it. Right? So we will group the number of zeros now. So see, you can form this big group of zeros. This 0 cannot be paired with any of the 0. Okay, because we don't have 0 at the corner here horizontally, so that we can fold it and group it. Okay, so this will remain alone. So this will form a single group. Again, overlapping this first 0, you can group these two zeros together. Okay, so like this, all the zeros are covered here, and now our grouping is done. Now how to write the expression? See, for this individual 0, we will write the expression. As all of us know, for POS, if the value of the variable is 0, we are not going to take complement of that variable. Right? So here A is 0, B is also 0, and C is also 0. So we will write it as A or B or A or B or C. So we can write it like this. This will be our first max term, and we are going to take and. Then second max term will be for this two zeros, we will group them together, and B, C, or you can say B is 1 and C is 1. So you need to take complement here. Right? So this becomes B bar or C bar. Okay. The third max term will be, you can see this, we grouped these two overlapping the 0. Okay. So here value of A is 1. So this becomes A bar, and this vertically you can observe here, vertically you can observe that this B is 1 and here also B is 1. Okay, so we are talking about this group, these two zeros. So here B is not changing, C is changing. So forget about C, take complement of B because value of B is 1. So here value of A is 1, B is also 1. So take here A bar or B bar. Okay, so this will be our final answer. A or B or C, and B bar or C bar, and A bar or B bar. So let's